Hi everybody, my name is Jaden,
I'm Jason,
I'm Caden.
and we are the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel.
and we thank you very much for hanging out with us. We thank you very much for spending this time as we read through the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator, and not actually read through them, but that as we embrace them, as we tell you guys all about them, as we let you guys know that what I guess works for our family, and maybe not works completely for our family, as far as a functional family, but as far as works as a complete family, is that we do keep the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator. And it doesn't make our life easy. It doesn't make everything perfect. It doesn't make us better than anybody else by any means. In fact, when you are in the Torah, you realize that you are probably the biggest sinner amongst everybody, because you realize that you are breaking the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator. And when we don't know the Torah, when we have religions that say the laws are stapled to the cross or nailed to the cross or burned in the ditch or something of the sort, and they don't apply to us anymore, that is a foul. That is a life-changing foul that will completely ruin your abilities to have a soul staged in the Shamayim, in the kingdom to come. And so those who do not keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator are told to depart from our Creator, from the Messiah. That is what it says in Matthew 7. He says that you will be told to depart from me, ye who work Torah-lessness, or those who are in iniquity. And iniquity is violation of the Torah. Now, who is Jesus the Christ, boys?
He is, the people know him as a savior. Everyone thinks he died on the cross to get rid of the law. But that's not true. His name is Yehoshua HaMashiach. He is our Messiah. He died so that we could have true repentance from the Torah, so that we have a chance at a second life.
Yeah, and this whole thing about Revelations is this is the past, present, and future, and now we're into some future stuff. We've been reading some future stuff. We've been reading about judgments and some of the horsemen, some of the evil and things that are coming up on the lands that we are inhabiting at the moment. And so with that, we will head into Revelation 7 for today, and I guess that is the beginning of this. Everyone good?
Yep.
You guys all good? Okay, here we go. Revelation 7. And after this I saw four messengers standing at the four corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree.
Note, four corners.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Also in the Sefer it says that as well. The angels are standing on the four corners of the earth. Now we live in a world that is everything is deceived, right? They lie about politics. They lie about what's going on. They lie about wars and countries. They lie about everything, right? Remember in North America, we went into Iraq because they had weapons of mass destruction, right? Never found the weapons of mass destruction. Everything around us is a complete lie. So when they are shooting up rockets and you think there is a space, Scriptures tells us very clearly that we are on a plane. We are on a firmament. We are on a motionless plane. And when you look at Scriptures versus what the world says, the world is completely wacky. And so when we're talking about four corners of the earth, think about four corners on a ball. How does that work? How do you get four corners on a ball? Is there such a thing as four corners? There's no such thing as a corner on a ball. So when we're talking about this, and we're talking about the structure and the makeup, and I know a lot of you guys, especially the older generation, it seems like the older that you are, the harder it is to break the hoax of the round spinning ball blowing through the vacuums of space, right? And so it is definitely flat, without a shadow of a doubt, and I will stand by that, as well as an RF engineer that did microwave installs most of my adult life. You don't account for curve. You don't account for anything. There's just no accounting of curve. And the mathematics that they say of curve is not there. So right out of the gate, this very first thing is a flat earth style verse. Okay, 2. And I saw another messenger coming up from this rising of the sun, holding the seal of the living Elohim. And he cried with a loud voice to the four messengers to whom it was given to harm the earth and the sea, saying, do not harm the earth, nor the sea, nor the trees, until we have sealed the servants of our Elohim upon their foreheads. All right, let's talk about this. He's talking about a messenger.
There's one messenger that tells the other messengers not to harm the earth until they are able to seal something upon the forehead of the Elohim's people.
Right. And do you guys remember from the Targums what the seal of Cain was?
Yeah, it's like Yahuwah something.
Yeah, it's like I am Yahuwah's or something that was crossed his forehead. And a lot of people thought that the mark of Cain was being black, and that everybody black was like that was part of the mark. That's not it at all. Race and color and all this kind of stuff are simply varieties of our Creator, that He has just made a beautiful onslaught of humans that are all in various colors, and that's definitely not it. And so we're looking at something in the future, right? These messengers, something's about to become destroyed. And before this becomes destroyed, they're trying to seal the servants of our Elohim up on their foreheads. Now, what do you guys think the seal is going to do in terms of...
maybe protect us?
Well, yeah, there's going to be some kind of protection, because if these people aren't sealed until the stuff is all destroyed, something bad is going to happen. So I don't know if we're like towards the Exodus, the second Exodus, or what it is we're looking at, or if this is further on. I don't know when this is, honestly. Okay, and 4. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000, sealed out of all the tribes of the children of Yisrael. Okay, let's talk about that before it goes into the actual tribes that it lists out. It says there's 144,000 that are sealed. Now, the Jehovah's Witnesses believe that they are the people that make up the 144,000. Like, if you would, I studied with the Jehovah's Witnesses for a while, and the one I was studying with, he's like, wow, when I first met you, I thought you were part of the 144. Then you got to know me, and I guess I'm a little cruder than the 144. But that is what the Jehovah's Witnesses believe. And they believe that there's only a few of them are going to make this. And this is something very interesting. What do you guys make of the 144,000? What are the qualities? If you are going to make the kingdom, what do we know? How would you make this 144? Number one, what's the very first requirement that you have to have?
Keeping the Torah.
Keeping the Torah. What's the second requirement of ever making this 144?
Having the faith of Yahushua.
Having the faith of Messiah Yahushua. So right out of the gate, if you're looking to make the 144,000, and if you do not know what the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator are, that's probably a journey and a plan that you won't be taking, right? And unless you are very familiar, unless you are obedient, unless you're keeping the laws, statutes, and commands of our Creator and the faith of Messiah Yahushua, you're not going to be a part of any kind of 144. So if you're looking for the world having protection on you, the best way to begin this right now is to begin this quest of finding who our Creator is. And our Creator is not found in modern day churchianity. It's not found in a church, a 501c3 church that's worshiping on a Sunday, the wrong day, right? Everybody worshiping on the wrong day you're not going to be making the 144. I have no idea if I'll make the 144. Probably not. I don't know if my kids will. I have no idea. But the qualifications are that you need to be obedient to our Creator and all this. Okay, now here's the tribes who are going to be making it. Well, of the 12,000. Of the tribe Yehudah, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Reuben, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Gad, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Asher, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Manasseh, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Shimon, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Levi, 12,000 were sealed. Of all the tribe of Issachar, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Zebulun, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Joseph, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 were sealed. Now, did it have Reuben up here?
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all the 12 tribes. Nobody got kicked out, right? I mean, because we know that Joseph had Manasseh and Ephraim, right?
Right.
And so Reuben kind of got kicked out. But, the Reubenites are still obviously in this game here. Okay, so let's take a look. 9. Sorry, doing both things here. And I looked and saw a great crowd, which no one was able to count, out of all the nations and tribes and peoples and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, dressed in white robes and palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, "Deliverance belongs to our Elohim, who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb." Okay, we should talk about this real quick.
But that states obviously two different people here.
Yeah, two separate people, right? We're talking. This is a Trinity breaker, right? Elohim. There's an Elohim Most High, and there's also Elohim. Messengers are considered Elohim, lowercase Elohims. They're not Elohim Most High. There's only one. Yahuwah is one, right? But it says right here, deliverance to our Elohim who sits on the throne, right? If this was the Trinity, it would say there would be a period right there. But then it goes, and to the Lamb. Who's the Lamb?
Yehoshua.
Yehoshua. Yeah. And so we have this. Now, let's talk about a little bit more than this. Up above this, it says there's a lot of people, right? A crowd which no one was able to count. That's got to be, what, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions? I mean, if you can't count this, I don't know how many we're talking, but it sounds like there's a lot. And they're standing before the throne and before Yah and Yahushua, right? And they're dressed in white robes and palm branches in their hands. You guys make of anything like this? What do you guys make of this?
So it's like a worship.
I think a palm branch is like the thing of worship. You know, when they all threw the palm branch down so the donkey could ride. I think they're like doing this and they're worshiping the Father and the Son.
Yeah, when it says deliverance belongs to our Elohim who sits on the throne, that's what they're crying out in loud voice. Were they saying this? You think they were saying this all at the same time, or were they all like everybody was saying deliverance belongs to our Elohim? You wouldn't be able to hear this real well with a tremendous amount unless everybody was in sync. It would sound like in the movies when they have like a crowds and everyone's like talking. It's just like mumbles and stuff. So what do you guys think of this? Thoughts?
Yeah, I think they're all in sync. I think to a certain point you get to like an in sync worship in heaven.
11. And all the messengers stood around the throne, and the elders and the 4 living creatures, and fell on their faces before the throne and worshipped Elohim, saying, Amen. The baraka and the esteem and the wisdom and the thanksgiving and the respect and the power and the might to our Elohim forever and ever. Amen. All right, so we have our 4 spooky monsters, right? We have the 4 scary creatures, or the 4 living creatures. You guys remember what the faces are? Face of a calf, face of an eagle.
Lion.
And lion.
Eagle and a man.
And man, yeah, the man thing. Spooky picture that I had earlier. Okay, so all these guys are all sitting here. They all got on their knees. They're all saying, all power. Everybody's glorifying Yah. Okay, 13. And one of the elders responded, saying to me, Who are these dressed in white robes, and where did they come from? So we have John, the Revelator, up there, right? He's sitting there involved in all of this, and somebody looks at him and goes, Who are these dressed in white robes, and where did they come from? And what does he say? He goes, And I said to him, Master, you know. And he said to me, These are those coming out of the great distress, having washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Shouldn't there be a period at the end of?
That's what the Bible said, and it's not.
There's no.
There's
none
no.
there. Oh, all right.
I think there should be a period there.
You would think there was. Okay, well, anyway, this is interesting, right? The great distress, right? We've talked. There's a tribulation, right? There's a dying off of the world that is coming on the world, and it's here. It's already here. It started in 2019, and the world will never ever be the exact same again. People are very sick, right? And so the tribulation that is coming is obviously great enough that everybody got killed. It was a bloodbath, right? And so everybody was in their clothes, and they got clean clothes. They got washed white robes. Thoughts of this coming out of the you guys? This is going to be your generation. You guys will be in the great distress. In Revelation 4, I believe it talks about everybody die. Everybody has to die. Or Revelation 5, I can't remember what. Basically, everybody has to die. All the people were up in the Shamaim talking talking amongst themselves, and they said we have to wait till the rest of the people are all killed. What do you guys make of this? What?
It's gonna be a lot of Yahuwah's people dying, but in the end, we'll be with Yahuwah.
Who? What do you mean in the end?
After we die, we'll be with Yahuwah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Where are we at? 15? Because of this, they are before the throne of Elohim and serve him day and night in his dwelling place. And he who sits on the throne shall dwell among them. Now, what do you guys make of this? These are these things that, people serve them day and night. How many people can serve Yah day and night? What are we talking about serving day and night? Is this going to get a little boring? What's going on up here? Anyone have some speculation?
It seems like there's like a lot of worship going on. Like that's like the form of serving. So I don't think they're going to want us to bring them like pots of coffee or like food to them. I don't think that kind of serving. So I think it's going to be like worship.
Yah's not going to drink coffee. Coffee will kill you. Coffee does kill you. And if anyone doesn't know that, we have other videos on there. And if you guys drink coffee, it actually reduces the blood flow in your brain by over 50%. You may feel like you're getting a buzz from coffee, and you absolutely are getting a buzz from coffee, but it is a pesticide, and it will kill you, and it kills bugs as well. So anyway, just a short note. We have videos on this as well, which I might be doing another one with coffee, because that is a good thing. So anyway, they're not going to be serving Yah coffee and tea all day long, is what you're thinking, right? So what is it? Is everybody just up there singing? Is this going to get a little boring? What happens if you're sitting in a singing choir and you're up there for 8 years to sing? Your job is to sing for 8 years.
I feel like time goes differently in heaven. I don't know if we're going to be there forever, or that's the plan. I feel like it's only like a short amount of time before we actually have to start like doing stuff on Earth.
Yeah, what's the difference between this and Mount Zion? I mean, Mount Zion doesn't sound like the Shamayim. Mount Zion sounds like a city that comes down on top of a mountain, and that's where we will dwell. What do we make of all of this? Is there a way to get transported to the heavenly chambers, you think, when this, or what do you guys make of this?
I feel like I think we'll return to Mount Zion at some point. I don't know about.
Do you think from Mount Zion there'll be some little way that we can get up to the Shamayim? A transporter?
I don't think.
Remember how Satan used to go up there, and how he was when he was cast down?
Yeah, he was able to get there somehow.
As well as the messengers, the original the Watchers, they could no longer return to the Shamayim, and they could no longer see.
Messengers and like those forms of entities can go up and back and forth between both the realms.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. If you guys could fly, would you fly? I asked the other day if you could have
me.
You.
Yeah, if you get rid of
if you get rid of your arms, would you, and it took wings, would you do it? Would you fly?
no.
Why?
In my hands.
Need your hands? Well, birds have hands.
Little tiny feet, you walk around like 1 foot off the ground.
They do awesome though. They figure it out. All right, let's continue on. 16. Is that right? Are we at 16? Okay. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more, neither shall the sun strike them, nor any heat. Because the Lamb who is in the midst of the throne shall shepherd them and lead them to the fountains of waters of Kai. And Elohim shall wipe away every tear from their eyes. Wow. That's really good. We live in this world where we have a lot of tears, just the tears, and it's an emotional world that we live in. And especially us here. Our house is extremely emotional, especially with these dogs. And so the promise is that when it's over, Elohim will wipe away every tear from your eyes. So I guess the final place that we should be looking for this destination is that place of peace, is this place of contentment. And if we're living the best life that we have right now, and we have all we want, and our Creator doesn't apply to us, and it really doesn't matter, and we're just waiting for this on our deathbed, for a lot of people that'll be way too late. We never know the moment we're going to end up dead. We don't know if we're going to make it to tomorrow. We have no idea if the moment that we close our eyes at night, if you will ever open your eyes in this realm again. And so there's no better time than right now than to seek our Creator, and to seek His Son, and to seek His ways. And as we read through Revelations, the future doesn't look great. When you look at this, these people everybody's dead. Everybody had bloody clothes. Everybody had tears in their eyes. There's famine, there's war, there's pestilence. There is, it looks really, really grim. And a lot of people will take this and the future that we are presented with in scriptures, and it becomes very depressing to people. But the light of this is what, gentlemen?
Is that we'll be with Yahuwah, that we will be protected, we'll be safe, we won't be hurt anymore.
Yeah, and that we only have to make this journey out of this place one time, right? Once we have made it out of this place, then we are out. And the powers that be, which are Hasatan, all the demons, all the fallen, every kind of evil entity that is here, will no longer have that kind of power that they have over us right now. And when I say they have power over us, they absolutely do. Is why we need to continue to pray constantly that the devils and demons are away from us, and that we are able to stay free in our minds and our hearts and our souls, and we are not being afflicted with unclean spirits and things of that nature. All right, well, I hope that does something for somebody. I hope that opens some views of the future. It's again, we're not teachers by any means. We're just reading this along with you guys, and we hope that somebody finds this interesting. And if you guys have any comments or questions, stick them at the bottom. And we appreciate you guys. Love y'all, and have a wonderful day.
All right, shalom.